Happy time of the day, all creatures of wild exchange ratings, and welcome to the Kingdom of Aldana, where each ending is just in the beginning. Previously on our adventure, the party has rushed towards Hivald and the home of Traga's parents, so that they could be brought to safety and away from the dangers posed by Oko and his lieutenant Cerulus. Upon arrival, however, they found out that the village was in trouble, as something wild and wrong has brought through the portal to the Feywild, causing druids to be incapacitated or lost, and the villagers mostly in a state of panic. Dragon Melora chose to brave this danger alone and drive away this corruption in order to rescue the druids. After a deadly fight with the roots of a corrupted tree, they emerged victorious, their powers increased, and their bond stronger than before. Straga picks up his family to continue travels onwards to the next family. Ahuva, Straga's grandmother, chooses to stay behind, take care of the druids, and later move herself to safety as well. On your way there, the party is assaulted during their sleep by a group of assassins, two of which escape, not before causing quite serious damage to all of you. But the one you have caught and interrogated claims that they have achieved what they came for, body parts of party members. As you return to your rest, in order to resume your adventure, Traga's parents are assaulted by nightmares, by magical nightmares the same that have haunted the party before. Sadly, they prove to be far less resilient to the magic, as Traga's old father succumbs to the deadly influence of the spell and dies. As Salan converses with the spirit of Traga's father and repeats his words to Traga, the party makes a harsh decision to split, with Ares and Traga and the captured assassin heading back to Nebo in order to save Traga's mother and giving the assassin to authorities. Melora, Pipip, and Salan will continue onwards to Shelest Vizi so that they can quicker reach Melora's parents and make sure that they themselves are safe from any and all dangers. The hooves of steeds ring true as they chase through the night, hooves hitting the ground. One leads the charge, brilliant lights spreading from its antlers and shedding light into the night. The men on top of the steeds are in a rush, pressed against their animals, rushing them onwards. The speed is exuberating. The animals are tired, breathing hard. So are the riders. As the light mixes with darkness, we find ourselves among other lights, in a huge room full of music and people. The hum of conversation is loud, as the middle of the room is filled by dancing, twirling figures, women in beautiful flowing dresses and men in black and white suits. Others stay to the side, engaging in conversation or enjoying whatever dinners this party has to offer. A group of musicians can be seen in the corner. A young female with a notebook in her hand stands next to a humongous humanoid, a deep blue suit stretched across his muscular body. She seems to be asking him a couple questions and writing down whatever he answers. Mr. Cerullius, is it true that you have hired a group of adventurers to, as you say, protect your goods during transportation and remove dangers that could see our traders during their trips? The one-eyed humanoid laughs heartily. True, true. After all, we all have to do what we can for society, and if I have the means and opportunity to employ those that are capable, I believe it is my responsibility to do so. And I imagine that with time everyone else will say thank you. Mrs. Rulers, I believe the patrician does not share your opinion of adventurers. Have you discussed this decision with him? The patrician is a wonderful man and administrator. I have all but deepest respect for him. But he is a man of order and rules, and adventurers may not quite be the kind of people he likes to see within the confines of our city. A man in a trench coat and holding a wide-brimmed hat runs up to Cerulus and wait a moment as he bows down to listen to the man. I apologize, but I'm afraid I have other work I need to tend to. This interview is over. As he walks away from the woman, we see him walk onto the balcony and reach into his suit, pulling out a small rectangular piece of stone or something. He puts it to his ear and listens. There's a sound of crushing metal as he puts the little device away and unclenches his fist as a silver goblet smashed into flatness drops onto the floor, and the blue-suited man rushes away somewhere. Just a moment.
We got new information that we didn't know before, in the sense about the assassin already.
I didn't quite connect the dots. What did we learn?
No, only about the assassin, not the last part.
We find ourselves in a different castle, a different place, in a different time. The room looks like an office with large desk at the front of it. A blonde man sitting behind the desk. Another individual is standing across from him, across the desk. Youngish human, maybe 13 years, in a rather fabulous and colorful clothing. His neck is adorned with multiple necklaces, and he holds a wide-brimmed hat with a feather in it in his hands. The two men seem to be in some sort of a disagreement. I did not expect this from you, Leos.
What did you not expect?
You have served my family for long years, and this behavior is so unbecoming of you. You were meant to be a gentle feather, not an open talon of a bird of prey.
Yeah, I know. But who gives a shit? What's done is done. We need to save her. It was a trap, as I told you before. Victor was dead when we arrived. Do something.
I understand that your emotions are taking the better of you. But this is the moment where you, as one of my most trusted people, were supposed to have your emotions in check.
Have
I
my
know
emotions
how
in check.
important she was to you. But we have to move on.
Move on? Go fuck yourself, King. If you don't do anything to save her, I'm out. If this is how you repay loyalty, years of blood work that we did for you, for the whole fucking kingdom.
You will
Then-
not speak like that in my presence. My patience is vast, but I am still your liege. Yes, your service will not be forgotten. Here, take this. He throws a pouch heavy with gold on the table. As you have said, there is no more place here for you. Take this, a payment for all of your services. I believe a
Wow.
vacation is long overdue. Think about your decisions. Travel to a new place. Maybe it will change your opinion. I've heard Nebo is wonderful this time of the year. Perhaps you'll meet new friends. You'll need them. Now
Okay.
get out of my room. I hope I will
Okay.
never see you again.
I grab the bag, and as I hold the bag up, I'll lift my left finger, cast prestidigitation, and shoot a shot of glitter out of my middle finger. And dimension door out.
Guards!
Is he talking to Albert? Because the German accent, is he talking to Albert?
You have no freaking idea.
Okay.
So, the riders, Arles and Trego.
Yep.
How much of a rush are you in? And what are you doing?
Question, is this after we already buried my father in Feywild?
Yes.
Or is this before? This is after, okay. So, just to recap, because it's been 3 weeks, we said bury him, then meet at Nebo, right? No, wait.
We are bringing your mother
My mom, yeah,
to Nebo and then heading back as fast as we can to probably catch Melora on her way back from Celestwiese.
Okay.
And I'd say we're in quite a hurry because we have
saw
to-
what happened.
we saw what happened. We have to keep his mother alive. We can't let her sleep, basically. And obviously, we're also worried about the other part of the Heron's talon. So I think we're in quite a rush. Also, I think we are. Are we taking the carriage or are they? Don't remember.
Well,
No, I think we
you-
took Intarni and a few horses just to carry you, my mom, and my dad's
The
horse.
SS and the
Yeah.
assassin. Okay.
Oh, and the assassin, right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So we're in quite a rush, yeah, because each night we have to spend on the road is gonna be horrible because we have to stay partially awake to basically keep her awake or at least stir her awake whenever she seems like she's having a bad dream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we're kind of doing shifts, so we're not having the best of nights.
The issue is we only have 2 people.
Yeah.
So in order to get long rests, and we both need 6 hours of sleep. And during that time, the other person has to be awake. So basically, we have to take 12-hour sleeps if we want long rests, which isn't an option. So I think we're just going to be
exhausted.
All working on basically no
So,
sleep.
for starters, that's assuming that you're moving at your normal pace.
Yeah.
You can rush your horses, like gallop them, if you accept the fact that you will have to leave basically all of the horses at the first stable you reach. Order new horses, move to the next stable, get new horses, move to the next stable. It means that your horses are left behind, but this will make your speed from 30 miles per day to 60 miles per day.
I'm down for that.
And costs you on average 50 gold for each person in horses.
That's
does Intarni count?
He'll get tired later because he is a magical creature, but he too needs rest.
Okay.
So you will have to get your own horse. That's why I'm counting 50 gold for you as well.
Okay.
And
so
the question is, how many horses you have? And how are you carrying the assassin, and what are you doing to secure him?
He was hogtied before, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
The way we had him was hogtied.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look at my...
Fasten his seatbelt on a horse. What do you mean? No, we're gonna... How many horses do we have? We have 1 for me and my mom, 1 for Arliss, and 1 for the assassin, right?
I don't think if we ride fast, people can't ride on the same horse. Otherwise, we're gonna fucking shred that horse.
You can, but it's gonna slow you down, basically.
Okay, so, yeah. We have... How many golds? Yeah, okay, we got it.
We have plenty of gold. That's not the issue.
Yeah, we have plenty of gold. Okay, so in total, that's...
How many days are we gonna take to get there for 50 gold a day per person?
Half time, 3 days and a little bit more. Like
Wait,
3.5.
didn't we take 3 days here?
No, this is... Now we're talking about... We went to Fuel, we already buried my father, and now
3 days is probably the distance that we...
Yeah.
So
it's 200 miles.
Mm-hmm.
So we take 3 days now? Is what we would take?
3 and a little bit more. Yeah.
Okay, so basically 3 nights and 3 horse gold. Okay. How many horses are we getting? 3. The question is only what we're doing with the assassin, basically.
Trigger, Arliss,
and your
mom, and assassin. So that's 4 people.
Yeah, let's get 4 horses per day, I guess.
And
so
a horse per day is 50 gold?
Yeah, that's
per
200
person.
gold
per person.
Per person.
No,
200 gold a day.
It's in total.
Huh?
It's in total.
Yeah.
For the whole.
The whole trip. Okay.
For the whole group?
Yeah.
So 200
and
what's
50 gold per each of you to reach Nemo.
Ah, I thought per day.
No.
Yeah, I also thought that. Okay.
50 gold buys a horse. You're not buying a horse. You're basically hiring a horse for a while. If you manage to kill any of the horses, obviously you'll have to pay. But since this kind of service is available mostly to couriers that need to quickly transport the messages, and that's why every 10 miles there will usually be a stable with, at least on this main road, there will be one.
Okay, I'm detracting 200 gold for the trip. And the assassin gets his own horse, but he's fucking tied to his horse. He can steer it, and I'll tell him in advance that if you make one gesture to leave, I will turn you back into the snail you actually are. And we'll see how you hold on to the horse, then you probably won't. So I advise you not to try it.
We have a horse expert here. Wait a second. Can we tie a horse if we want to gallop, really go fast? Can we tie a horse to our horse even though there's someone on him?
Yeah, not necessarily the horse will want to move.
Okay, no, but like assuming like the other one is.
Yeah, you can ride with like 2 horses tied together.
Yeah, you can. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll do that. Like we can tie.
We might do that as well, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
But I'm definitely riding behind him for the entire trip.
so I'll be in front, like pulling him with my horse, and you'll be behind him, seeing if he runs away.
If he does anything wrong.
So
then-
his hands are tied,
Blasting
his
his
legs
ass.
are somehow
his,
tied.
hand, his,
to the
his,
saddle,
hand,
I
his
guess.
hands are tied to the thing to steer it. So
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
still
that's
not
right.
really free, but he can sort of commandeer the horse. Something like that. And I'll also, on the first night that we are traveling this way, I would like to try and make him a deal.
The assassin?
Mhm. Basically, I'm gonna tell him that you know where we're heading, right? We're heading back to Nebo, and we have nice direct contacts to the patrician. I'm sure you know what kind of shit goes on underneath the Twin Towers. But this is like, let's call it your opportunity to not sit in that hellhole under you know who for an extended period of time. All we need is some amount of cooperation.
Make me an intimidation check.
No, I'm not proficient in this.
Out of character, didn't he tell us last time that he's a dead man because the invisible
he did.
eyeball saw him? Okay.
No, he didn't. He doesn't know that. Or maybe he does, but because I said it in front of everyone. But he said that before that, basically because he's
That he's a
already
dead
caught.
man. Okay.
Alright, so in the end, are you tying the horses together or just
Yeah,
pushing?
both.
Alright.
If you think it's the same efficiency and speed, then yes, we're doing it.
Oh.
So he doesn't try to break off or has a harder time of doing so.
And his hands are still tied to the reins.
His
Like
hands are
tied
tied.
like this, but also to the what you call it in English?
Yes, the reins,
The reins. Yeah.
I think.
There's a lot of tying going on here.
Okay, and who's going behind him?
Arliss.
Alright. So, sure. You start galloping and move from one stable to another, rushing your horses, having to leave the entirely behind, getting new horses, paying quickly, jumping, contact them, and moving on. Evening of the second day of your travel, you Arlis see as the assassin on the horse in front of you goes limp and starts falling off the horse as it neighs heavily and tries to stop, but is being pulled ahead by the other horse. The
Mhm.
assassin falls off the
I'm-
saddle, still tied to it, and now
I'm-
being half dragged by the ground.
I'm just immediately gonna call out to Trego to fucking stop up front.
Yeah, if I hear something like that, I'll stop. Trigger's gonna get off his horse, see what's up with the person. Is he conscious? Does he have a pulse? Is he
Make me a medicine check.
medicine?
I'm
I'm proficient in medicine.
You don't know what exactly happened to him, but his face is pale with blue lips and green froth at his mouth.
He
Green
swallowed
what?
something. He swallowed something.
Okay. I try to
Cure.
perch him. Can I perch him? Or wait, no. The poison thing, the poison magic. Where is it? Yeah.
Don't you just have lay on hands for that? That removes the poison.
True. Yeah. 5 points of lay with hands. True. Removes poison. Thanks.
No problem.
You pump the magic into his body that remains pale, dead, and frozen at the mouth.
1 point of lay on hands again, so he has 1 HP to see if that works. Nothing. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna waste a revivify on this guy. I think they got to him, or that he swallowed something. But why on the second day though? Why wait till now?
Maybe he only got access to something now. Who knows? Maybe he had someone at back where we stayed to manage to slip him something for today. Either way,
I'm checking his.
do you remember?
pocket.
Do you remember
Uh-huh.
the part about Ceruleus telling us how he talks to corpses?
Yeah.
Let's find out if we can do that too, and we're taking him.
If Ceruleus can talk to corpses.
No, because he can. I'm sure there's someone in the service of the patrician who might be able to do that just as well. So might be of interest to him if he doesn't want to do it, whatever. But we're definitely taking this corpse. Ain't getting out of it that easy.
Okay. I'd like to search his body, check if he has any, I don't know, extra pills that he popped in himself, or just see whatever he's carrying on himself. Also check his
Also check
Can
his
you help
what?
his mouth also, like if
Okay.
he's hiding more whatever. Can you help me out with this, Arliss?
Just looking through his. No thanks. You're doing great.
Just hold his mouth, god damn it.
Okay.
Nice!
All right. Basically, you ruffle through his pockets again, but it appears that everything that he had useful before you've already taken off of him, or at least he didn't use anything from his clothing. When, however, you stick a finger into his mouth and like roll it around, you notice then one of his teeth is broken.
Fucking. He did. They did the shtick again with the tooth.
Yeah, what we suspected on the first night. I think I
You-
might have scared him into this.
You know what this means, though. Next time we take a prisoner, we break all his teeth. I'm sorry, I kind of
I
make
think
jokes in these
we should
situations.
think this through one more time, but you know.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
That's a horrible thing to say, dear.
Tego
Mom,
always jokes like this. He doesn't mean it.
when I get nervous, I make bad jokes like that. I'm sorry.
Are we going to take
Yes.
this with us?
Yep.
Yeah, we're
Sorry
taking
about
him.
that, but we're definitely taking him with us.
And now I need both of you and Trega's father to make. Actually, are you riding through the night, or so?
No,
it was
we're
like
not.
You're
We're
not
not
riding
going
through
that
the night,
extreme.
but you are watching over mother.
Yeah, so we're not getting. We're getting like 4 hours of sleep each, or 3
Okay.
hours. Not enough, but you know.
Yeah, then I need only Arles and Trega to do your Constitution saving throws.
How many? 3? 2?
So second day, third day, 2.
Ooh, I'll lock that one. Or can I even?
Does he get a +2?
Doesn't
No.
matter.
Or do I need to be conscious for that? Okay.
No, you have to be conscious for that.
Second
So a
one.
19 and a 15.
Yeah, I think I'm taking 1 level of exhaustion.
Funnily enough, you're both fine.
Like that.
So
Oh, yeah, first day is 10.
yeah, first day is 10 and second day is 15.
So is that a long rest, or just you don't suffer any?
We don't suffer
You
exhaustion.
don't suffer an exhaustion. Basically, you are tired, like roleplay wise, but mechanically you're fine.
Okay.
You're adventurous. You're sort of used to this,
Had worse nights back in Nebo.
So about midday of the fourth day, so midday of the 7th of November, the three of you reach the walls of Nebo. Partially because you already have your passes from before, partially Maybe Trey
Yeah, what-
remember something.
No, I don't remember something, but I'm like, how are we gonna get this body through check-in?
Yeah, that's a good question. If only you had something that could help you.
Do
Only
we?
we had a bag of holding.
I don't know if you can you do that. I mean, they also check for it, right?
Yes, they check for it.
They
although
can't
they
get shit
didn't
out of the bag of
really
holding that I
make it
don't
with
know
it.
are in there.
But I mean, considering the size of a bag of holding and the size of an adult male,
We can chop him off.
I'm not sure you can get him into the bag.
Look,
in
we
one
got.
piece.
Listen, I'm sure we can get him through the gate.
To be fair, like you don't remember because we hadn't played in a long time, Treg would remember a certain something that he was given by the patrician.
But Patrician, I got a letter from Bromir. I thought that was gonna help. Something I got from Patrician. Did I write it down? Let me see.
Trego is the best employee. Like, yes, Trego, we're gonna give you this and this and this, and then like a couple months later, what? You promised me something?
Yeah,
Yep.
Did I write it down in the back of the Come on.
No, I know the bag of looting very well. You definitely didn't write it there.
So I probably don't remember. Fuck. I should.
So Dan, does he remember what he received? Does Trego remember? It's my
Oh.
question.
I'm trying to
Did
remember.
I get something? What did I get from Patrician? We got jack shit. Like he didn't want any association with us because if he would fail, he didn't want to, say yeah I did this. But he did give us something. I just don't remember what.
Right. Well, you try and remember what he gave you or how you're gonna get through the walls. And I'm gonna go see how Milora's doing.
I'm gonna go take that quick piss.
So, Milora, accompanied by now two NPCs, Treg and not Treg, Salon and Pipip, which meaning that you, as the leader of this group, automatically,
God help us.
yes. What is your course of actions? How do you travel? Do you try to make it faster or just do it leisurely?
Yeah, we would have tried to get there fast. Also, probably, depending on how long it would have taken us, one of the nights I would have tried scrying on her parents. Well, one of her parents. No, I could do two because I got 2 level 5s. Yeah, she would have scryed on both of them.
All right. Well, getting there faster is not very possible because you have a carriage with you, unless you want to leave it behind.
Arliss would kill her if she did that, so...
But to be fair, you are much closer than Arliss is, as in you're like 2 days away from home.
Okay. I mean, I guess we'll just go as fast as we can with the carriage then.
Yeah. Let's do the scrying. Which parent is it?
First one would be her mother.
And when are you doing this? Before going to sleep?
Yeah, probably like early evening, right before they go to bed.
Right. So you take a crystal orb, the one you got at Turissiburnia, and prepare the short ritual you use to get into the mood to meditate. Hold the orb in your hands, and as its surface glows cloudy, so does your vision. You find yourself at home, or at least you assume this is home, as your vision hovers slightly above like your mother's shoulder, as I guess it's this time of the day before going to sleep. Yes, she's working on some sort of minor task, maybe fixing their clothes or something. There's just a light off. Not even a torch. I know how you call it in English, but basically, like a piece of wood that's stuck in another piece of wood, and that wood is on fire.
Yeah, I think it would be a torch. Yeah.
Well, it's a poor man's torch, yeah, basically. And then there's not much for you to see with the lack of light, and she's just working.
Okay. Second cast will be for her father.
Just a moment. I meant something like this thing.
Oh, okay.
It's like the cheapest way to light your room. All right. Yeah, you repeat the ritual, trying to attune to your father's mental state. Huh. Interesting. What's your spell save DC?
17.
Not interesting enough. Once again, the orb goes cloudy, and you find yourself not at home, but what you imagine is a little shed where your father works on his devices. It's just as cluttered and filled with pieces of wood and metal and rope as it always was. It's slightly better lighted than the room your mother is working in, but he also seems to be trying to like fix a couple gears together, and doesn't seem to be working, and he's getting increasingly frustrated, like trying to adjust the light, which is not enough for this kind of work, and getting even more frustrated before he just like chucks one of them into the corner and stands up and starts going into the main house. Unless you want to continue watching.
Sorry, I'm trying to write down as fast as I can. Yeah, actually, I want to keep watching.
Okay. In that case, you see him walk over the building and walk into the house, into the main room, where you, through that floating object, see your mother that is still sitting there and working. And she puts down the mended clothes as she sees her husband walk in, and stands up to greet him. And, well, being his wife for a very long time, immediately recognizes that he is frustrated and angry, and whatever he was doing didn't go well. So she walks up to him, like, and takes him by the hand and starts calming him down in a way that wives do. Not that I would know. As he sits behind the table and starts complaining that it's not working and he's too old for this kind of stuff, and his eyes are going bad and he's never gonna complete it, and you must be so disappointed in me, and just a moment. Yeah. And that he must be a terrible husband and a father, and if he can't even do this if he can't provide for the family. This is why she ran away. He doesn't deserve any of you. And your mother just starts soothing him again, saying that it's all gonna be fine and it's gonna be better when he wakes up. And he'll sort it out like he usually does. And that they just have to be patient, and one day she's sure that their little girl will come back to home. And they can be a family again.
Okay, I end the spell. I guess we'll go to sleep and then continue traveling the next morning.
Yes. Yes, you will. So, even though you're traveling at normal pace, it takes you 2 days and 2 nights to reach Svise on your carriage with all your belongings, along with Pipip and Drago. Sorry, Pipip and Salon. Salon does his best to steer the carriage, which is not quite as easy as you have to move off the main road, and the road becomes more and more rural with multiple holes and grooves in the road, meaning that both you and Pipip inside of the carriage are not having the best trip of your lives, and neither do your buttocks. But it doesn't stop Pipip from noticing the increasingly worried look on your face as you are getting closer and closer to your destination. So we're gonna meet your family, right?
Looks that way.
You have a big one?
Mm-mm. And she shakes her head. No, just my mother and father. That's it. And she's fiddling with her hands nervously.
Well, I have a big family. I have a brother and another brother, and I have a sister. She's awesome. You really have to meet her one day. I think she's gonna like you. So, is your mom an elf or is your dad an elf?
Shoot, this is sad. Hold on. I gotta look at the bio. Actually, they're both half elf.
That took you an awful long to remember.
Well, we've got a lot going on, and it's been a long time.
Is that why you're worried?
Partially. Kind of the way I left them, too. And upon seeing what I saw last night when I did the scrying, yeah, I don't know if they're gonna be too happy to see me, or knowing how much pain I caused them is really not helping.
Well, I'm with you for now. So, if you want to talk or complain to me, I'm here for you.
She smiles and leans over to hug her. I really appreciate it, Pips. Thank you so much.
She hugs you back. This early morning of the 6th of November, one day before your friends reach Nebo, Your carriage rattles into the familiar area and starts moving along the fields that rise Shelestvizia. November is quite close to winter, so by this point all of the fields have already been stripped of the harvest. Although you do see the farmers preparing earth for the winter, and on some of the fields people are basically gazing up dried grass for the winter. So do you ride into the village itself, or?
No, I think the carriage might be okay where we're at. So, and I'm thinking since it's a small village, there probably wouldn't be like big roads big enough for a carriage. So no.
I mean, you definitely can get it into the village. It's more like it's just gonna stand somewhere. There's no stable, no inn. You just have to park it on the roadside.
All right. Yeah, I guess we'll do that.
So you show Sounds the direction, and he, not very expertly, but rolls the carriage onto the village green and gets to unhinging the horses and giving them some feed, while you and Pip set foot onto your homeland for the first time for Pip, for the first time in a very long time for you.
She takes a deep breath and slowly starts walking towards the direction of her house.
Right. The village has not changed much. As a matter of fact, it hasn't really changed at all. Another shed built, another shed demolished, a new roof and a coop. But time seems to have frozen here, as it usually happens in such places. Alden yourself, as you move towards your family's farm, well, sort of farm. There's no fence that designates the border of your family's belongings, just a couple poles stuck into the ground. No real gate to stand in front of and call out. So I guess you just move up the pathway that leads to the front of your house and see if you'll notice any of your parents. Do you want me to come with you, or should I not?
Yes, please, come with me.
Okay. As you come closer to, actually, I guess, approach his house and a couple steps towards the door, you knock on it. And hear a voice from to the side of the house. I'm over here.
I'm gonna turn and go to the voice, shaking the entire time, but I'm gonna be going.
Pip goes. You wait a little bit before crossing the corner. You cross it. And there's your mother sitting on a well, basically a log, plucking a chicken. Feathers everywhere around her, on her dress, on the ground. She looks up, already starting to speak. You know, I'm always behind there. The chicken falls out of her hands.
Hi, Mom, and she gives a sheepish little wave.
Baby girl. Laura. She starts standing up. Like, almost stumbles and straightens herself. Is it really you? She takes a couple steps towards you.
Yeah, yes, Mom. And she walks up to her.
She reaches her hands towards your face and grabs you by your cheeks, pulling you down. My baby girl. It's really you.
I missed you, Mom, and she hugs her tightly.
She pulls you down into her embrace, and you feel the warmth of her tears on your cheek. I knew this day would come. I didn't know when. But I knew that my little girl is fine, and that she's gonna come back. And then she pulls you away from her. So beautiful now. So mature.
I'm so sorry, Mom.
It's okay. It's okay now. You're home. You're home. Let me look at you. You're grown up now. Wonderful woman. Come. We have to see your father. He's in his shed, working. Come with me.
Oh, wait, Mom. I wanted to introduce you to my friend. She turns and looks to Pip. This is Pip Biddlewick. She's been one of my closest friends that I met on my travels.
It seems that she notices Pippi for the first time. Oh, where are my manners? She curses a little bit. I'm Elodie Novel. It's a pleasure to meet my daughter's friend. She kind of looks at you, not sure. Hospitality means she needs to attend to Pip, but her hand is basically like trying to drag you in the direction of your father's shed, and she's momentarily torn what she should do. Please, if you would just wait a moment, I'll be with you. Let's go, dear. I'll just get to tell your father.
Oh, okay. I wave to Pip nervously. Thank you for coming with me.
As the people left behind, she drags you across the other corner, and then you can see the shed, and you see and remember the tree that was growing in your backyard. Well, not growing, standing. The tree that the lightning struck. But as your mother drags you by and you look at the tree that you used to climb before, on the trunk of the tree that is split in half and charred, where the lightning, where the split, where the fissure ends, it curls and curves in the charred spiral. And then your mother drags you away. Alright. She straightens her dress and brushes off a couple of chicken feathers and pushes open the door. Dear, you wouldn't believe who came to see us. Your father uncurls from whatever he was working on and turns around. His face confused and inquisitive at first. He moves from his wife's face to yours. For a moment there's puzzlement in his eyes. Then your father's eyes grow cold. He puts down a metal piece that he was holding and walks towards you. She's back? Her girl's back? In the small confines of the shed, the slap rings hard as you almost go down to the ground. With your cheeks still stinging from pain, you see your father walk out of the shed as your mother once again is confused, not sure if she should run after him or help you. I'm so sorry, dear.
It's okay, Mom. I wouldn't have expected anything different. Go to Dad. It'll be fine.
You know your father. He's glad to see you. He's just... He doesn't know what to do with himself. He's been so angry and so distraught and angry again. And he's been blaming himself, and he's just afraid to show you that he's glad to see you back. And
Mom, it's all right. I know. Like I said, I know I caused you both a lot of pain. I wouldn't have expected anything different.
it wasn't right. He shouldn't have done it. I'll go talk to him. He'll calm down. Just give us a bit of time. He always does.
I know. She just smiles at her.
And for a while you're left alone in your father's shed.
There's only that one way in and out, right?
Yeah, well, it's a tiny shed.
Yeah. I kind of want to head out and go take a look at that tree again.
Right. Yeah, as you walk out, you see basically your father storming out into the overgrown field behind your home, Your mother holding her dress, rushing after him. You walk up to the tree. Is it fine?
Yeah, it will be fine.
Right. People
I
just
knew-
like stands next to you, eyes down.
I mean, it's like I told Mom I knew the reaction would happen, but I guess I was still hoping it wouldn't be bad. But
Oh, don't worry. You're your parents. They're happy, I'm sure. They just... I mean, I don't know how long you've been gone for. Must have been a long time, but... They're family. Family always sticks together.
yeah, it's been 10 years since I've seen them.
No. That's a long time.
Yeah, it has.
Anyway, what's up with the tree?
It's a tree I used to play on when I was a little girl, but she goes over and touches the spiral. This mark, it's the same that I got after Trago and I fought against that tree.
Oh. Was it always there?
Mm-mm. At least I don't remember it being there.
Okay. So, do you think this means something?
I think it does.
Well,
Hold on 1 second. I can't remember if I've got talk to plants learned or not.
well, if you would look at your updated item card,
Oh god, yeah.
Staffleon has it perma prepared, I guess.
it's not a
Yeah,
Staffleon
it's
anymore.
No, it is. It was Twiglion. Now it's Staffleon.
Staff.
Staff of the Wooden Forest. We're still gonna call it Staffleon for sure. Yep, speak with plants. Okay. I'm going to use my new staff and try and cast Speak to Plants.
Right? You do that, and actually, I need to remember how the spell works. All right, yeah. The tree seems to be mostly dead, but there's still some life in the roots, basically.
Alright, I'm gonna put my hands on the tree. Can you hear me? Do you have enough energy to talk back?
I can hear Yes.
When did this happen to you?
Many, many moons ago. Many winters ago.
Was it a, gosh, I don't know what else to ask.
I remember you, child. You used to play with me.
Yes, I did.
Many moons as well.
Did this happen because I don't remember seeing it on you before. Did this happen before I came along?
It did. It did, child.
Do you d- this might be a strange question to ask. This symbol that was carved on you from it, do you know what it means?
The symbol?
Yes, I'm not sure if you can feel it, but she takes her fingers and traces along where the swirl is.
I'm sorry, child. I have not felt that part of me for many, many winters.
I see. I'm sorry.
It's fine. All things die in the end.
Yes, we've learned that. I'll let you get back to rest. Thank you. And thanks for letting me play on you when I was a little girl.
Goodbye, child.
Alright, I guess with that I'll just go back or I'll wait outside by the entrance of the shed watching my parents, waiting for them to come back.
All right. So while you wait for your parents to come back, let's see if Tregor and company have figured out a way to get through the customs.
Yes! I get a rank. Yeah, I got the papers that kind of give me a rank of whatever, of a captain, which is like Bromir. So I'm gonna show my papers. Gonna say this is part of a investigation. Just let us on in. Nothing to see here.
You get very interesting look from the guards.
I get a lot of interesting looks lately.
You get another interesting look from the guards, but nevertheless they do let you and your companions to walk through without any problem.
So as we're starting to walk through Nebo, can I I think Treg was probably carrying, or maybe we have them on horses or whatever. I don't care. But
Are horses allowed in Nebo, by the way, because of vehicles and stuff?
I mean, if they are allowed in, you will have to leave them basically in stables by the wall.
Okay, so Trigo is probably carrying.
Yes, I'm carrying the corpse. Ugh.
Anyway, I want to pull Trigo a little
Just a
ahead.
moment. I hope the well is the corpse is
Covered. Yes. It looks like a rug.
It has also thoroughly been prestidigitated over time.
Is
Anyway.
it like okay, never mind.
I'm gonna pull Trigo slightly ahead of his mother, just so we're not far, but like far enough where she maybe can't immediately hear what I'm gonna try and say to him. So, you still wanna take your mother to the patrician? I
Thought
still
about anything else?
Yes, Lady Khazar is a much better option. You've seen how he uses us as playthings. Well, how do you think he will continue when you give him the most power he can possibly have over you, aside from direct control, when you give him your mother?
I don't think he uses us as playthings. He did say, if you don't want to do this, you could walk away.
Yeah.
Sure, he handled it pretty, we were bound back then, but
Yeah, we can
sometimes
walk
you
away.
gotta do.
Look here, I have this stick of gold for you, and if you take it, and you will benefit and I will benefit, or you can leave and you lose harder than I lose. No, we're his playthings. The way Pip was complaining about Albert, this here is way worse. And in my opinion, he admitted himself that Lady Khazar's home is probably the safest place against magic in the entire Aldana and Nebo.
Did he say that?
Yes.
He did.
When we talked to him through the crystal ball, through the cat.
To be completely fair, not only did he admit it, he was the one to offer that place as an alternative.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, probably.
I'm just saying.
You're probably right. Yeah.
I'm sure she plays the same games, and I'm sure you'll have to regret it in one way or another, wherever you put her in Nebo, as long as she's not in Aldana with the king. But I'm just saying, I think she's the safer option.
Probably. I just want her to be safe, that's all. And just want her to be safe. So, yeah, I think Lady Khazar is the better option. Kind of feel wary, because my mother can handle fireballs as well as I do from Amavane, but I don't think she's going to do that on her. I hope she won't. Sorry, get nervous again. Yeah, so do you want to go with the corpse to Lady Khazar first, or do you want to pitch this?
I don't think she'll mind the corpse. I think we can try to. We will have to ask her to maybe take your mother in, and we definitely need to mention that she needs to sleep in some magic secure location. But I think try it first, and then we can take the corpse to Patrician afterwards.
Okay. Yeah, so let's go to Lady Khazar first.
Right. So, nowhere to go. That's not a problem. Compared to when you left Nebo, not much has changed, except that all of the posters that were previously on the walls and on the columns of the concert are gone. Alright, so you reach the gates of the Sunset Palace with the gargoyles. Hey there.
Hey there again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mind telling Emma Vane or Lady Khazar that we're back for a visit again? Was a pretty urgent question.
Urgent, you say?
Yes, urgent,
Very
I
urgent.
say.
Very urgent. Well, I don't ever know if it's so urgent.
He's a doorknob, right? He's on the door.
No, he's
This is one of the
on
gargoyles?
the...
Oh, he's-
This is one of the gargoyles, yeah.
Mhm.
Shit.
I mean,
Oh my God.
if it's so important to you... Guess there's something you could help me with to make sure it gets there quickly? No? I scratch your
No, I don't
back,
think
you
so.
scratch mine.
I think you scratch my back first, and then I'll scratch yours afterwards, but this is too urgent for now.
Well,
You know your master has purpose for us, and I don't know, do you receive any punishment when you act out from your master, or how does that usually go?
make an intimidation check.
Nice. Dude, I don't want to know what she even does to things she doesn't like.
Luck.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
well this time, okay.
Yeah.
It's one.
Let him go, bro. Let him go. You don't want to get blasted to pieces again, do you? Shut up. I'm handling this. Come on, bro. This is worth it. Let him go.
Oh my god.
I will remember this. You'll get from me.
A few steps in,
Thank you very much.
a few steps in, I'm like, thanks, Arliss.
Hmm?
Thank you. You know to push buttons when you need to.
All
Is
right.
the door opening?
Yeah.
Yeah, the gate opens and you are free to move up to the mansion itself. And just as you're about to knock on that door, once again it almost opens in your faces with Amaline standing in the door. You! Again.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Hi.
Noon.
Close. I haven't slept in a couple of days. It's hard to tell. Is Lady Khazar around by chance?
She's actually. What do you need her from?
Well, Trego,
Is it rug on your shoulder?
well,
Maybe. Anyways, this is my mother. Sheila, this is Emma Vane. I kind of needed to ask a favor
Wonderful, they're
from.
multiplying.
no, that's in the past.
But she's not a half elf. She's a full elf. I don't know if this is out of character. She's.
I
Emma
can
Vane-
see it.
Out
okay.
of character, he said.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Okay, yeah, Emma Vane. I don't know. She liked Muradin. He was a wood elf. Fuck it. Yeah, so I need to ask Lady Khazar a favor.
A big favor, but I think one that
Yeah, just
you'll understand.
leave the truck outside somewhere.
It's really
smells
easy to
fine.
walk over. I've tried in the past if you wanna, but it's a little squishy.
It's
So maybe not.
not a rug.
Well, it was as easy to walk over in the battle, so kind of.
It's one of Oko's assassins' corpses. Yeah, I think I said that right.
Yeah, it's an assassin's corpse.
It's an assassin.
But he killed himself, so we're innocent.
He's prestidigitation. Arliss made sure of that. I know.
He doesn't smell that bad. Just don't open it up, then it'll be fine.
You, come inside. You, she points at Trega. The cold room is all that way.
The what?
The cold room.
Cold room.
What's a cold room?
It's where you
freezer.
put stuff so it stays, doesn't decompose as fast.
Ah. Okay. It's a fridge.
Yes, no, but it's a room.
It's a okay. I go and
Yeah, I'll follow Emma Wayne with Trigo's mom, with Sheila.
close the door.
Well, it's not often you come for a visit with a corpse.
Well, we haven't come to visit that often, to be fair. Maybe we bring it 50% of the time. You don't actually know.
Right. I'll go.
No, those are
Inform
they're
on
sort of
your
related, but they're not completely related. The favor doesn't
I
have
don't
anything.
want to know. I honestly don't
Great.
want to know.
Great.
Yeah, she leaves you to wait on the first floor, and actually, she doesn't walk upstairs. She walks to the other side of the first large lobby room, and exits seemingly on the other side of the mansion. Oh yeah, whatever. You wait for a while. And maybe about like 5-10 minutes as you see Emma Wayne with Lady Khazar to walk back through the door. Lady Khazar is just as dashing as she usually is, but instead of her well-made clothes, let's put it that way, that she wore before, and even the more casual but still expensive and well-made clothes she wore during your casual conversation. This time she is dressed in I'm trying to describe
Probably still
it,
red.
pick a word. It's still red, yeah, it's still red, and there's a bit of black, but it's kind of very short robe and no sleeves,
A shirt kimono.
A dress.
sort of like that. Yeah, more like like what a monk would
bathrobe?
wear. No, more like what a
Okay.
monk would wear.
Okay.
And as she walks to you, there's like just holding a towel over one shoulder, and you can actually see that like the fringes of this robe are singed.
Burned.
Well,
Did you just take a bath in fire?
no, that would be ridiculous. I was training.
Okay, sorry for the question. I'm sorry to disturb you during your training hours as well, but the troubles we have are rather immediate.
Does it have anything to
go.
do with the rug I was told about?
Sort of, yeah. Trigo?
I did warn you that I am not very interested in whatever that politics they have involved themselves in.
Oh no,
True,
we're bringing
but-
the rug to Lord Patrician later on. He'll be joining us, but
They're kind
Havelock
of-
does like those kind of presents, yes.
yeah, I think so too.
I don't know if you spoke to Lord Patrician, but Oko's orders are to hunt down our close and beloved. And
Sensible.
yeah. And I already lost my father on the way here. And I would like to ask if maybe my mother can stay here with you, since this is probably the most secure place from harmful magics.
More specifically, they and we have been targeted by something that gives us nightmares. And I think it's also exactly what led to Trego's father's death.
Nightmares, you say? Could you
Mhm.
describe in more detail how did they look like? Did you remember them? Did they have the same
Oh, I
nightmare?
remember. Yes, I remembered it very well,
There's-
but I'd rather not go into detail.
My parents had blood when they woke up from their eyes, right? Wasn't from their nose.
Oh, I know that one. A nasty spell.
And the poor woman hasn't slept in 3 days because of it. So, or barely slept, I
Hmm.
guess.
Well, the good news are my home is completely protected from any and all divination magic. I don't get much competition, but quite a few are jealous of my abilities. This one, however, is not of that school.
Any place that's completely immune to any magic, maybe?
Oh no, I can work this out, that wouldn't be a problem. It's more, how should I do this so that the poor woman actually can do more than sit in one room. I'll figure it out.
I might, I probably should say this before another surprise, but Melora is also bringing her parents probably to here. And I think that's it, right?
You're not very good at asking for favors.
He isn't, I am. We'll do
What?
it like you intended to in the first place. Whenever you call for our nice little trip to the volcano, the 3 of us will come immediately. But you see, these troubles we have run into with Oko make things a little more complicated. Pipip and Salan are currently on the way back to Everesca because she doesn't think she can convince her family to come as well. So, of course, we are very appreciative if you could put up one or all of them. And we are bound to repay the favor, and you know it.
Protecting our families will not have us on our defensive, and then we're free to actually go and attack or research about the dragons, which I'm still pretty sure it's intertwined with Oko.
Also, I don't think you're interested in money, but
Oh, I have plenty of those.
yeah, that's what I figured.
Well. If this gets you to our dragons faster, then so be it. We have a big mansion and I'm away. Please find the room and get the poor woman her sleep. She needs it. I'll figure out what to do with the spell. I guess I could. I think I had magic suppression shackle somewhere. Not an elegant solution, but should do the job.
You'll also notice that instead of going to who's mostly responsible for this other than ourselves, which is Patrician, we are rather trusting in you and your version that isn't quite as involved in politics.
Are you saying that you don't trust Havelock?
Not as much as you, no.
I don't share that belief. I trust both of you. But also, should we ask her? I'm kind of leaning to. Should we ask her about how to talk to a corpse, like you mentioned before?
Oh no, I think the Patrician has that one well covered.
Okay.
Also, that's his deal if he wants to talk to the rock.
But she's pretty good with magic, so.
Yeah, but I doubt, Lady Khazar, I don't think you are interested in talking to the corpse of one of the Greys.
Not in ways that would provide us answers.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not for us anyway. I think we have all our information as well, but for the patrician. So, and I think he'll do just fine at finding out what he wants to find out there.
Well, go solve your problems, and I suppose if the friend brings her family, we'll see what can be done.
I'm sorry to.
Don't consider this to be a normal thing.
It certainly isn't. Thank you very much.
Thank you again. And I'm sorry we had to fall on you like this.
Go!
Go into the cold room, bring the corpse, walking out. Oh, maybe we should have mentioned the gargoyle.
Arvis, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Did you just do something?
No, that's Emma Vane, I think.
She would be targeting me.
As
18?
you are walking out through the gate, you hear a
the
loud
gargoyle.
crack and turn around to see a brick broken on the ground behind you.
The gargoyle!
A low grunt, and oh, that was close!
You'll hit me next time, don't worry. I'll be coming back.
Be pissed.
Hmm?
I am pissed. Wait a minute. No, we they try to kill you.
Nice, trying to have some fun, I'm sure. It would have hurt, but it would have been fine.
I mean, it was like from 2.5 meters, so
Yeah.
it would have
That's
hurt a lot, but
But it wouldn't kill you. It's still.
Also, he'll have to repair that, so, you know.
I'm gonna give him a death stare.
Okay, let's head for the patrician.
I don't think you can outstare a stone gargoyle, but
No, I don't outstare it. I just give him a death stare for a good long time, and then like a good awkward silent moment.
right. So where to next?
Patrician to
Patrician to deliver
perhaps
the rock.
try. Yeah. Did we use our crystal funds or not yet?
We
Then-
have used a little bit of it so far.
Okay.
Not much. Why?
I mean, we already took the money, so we don't have the crystal anymore.
No, you have the crystal.
I have the crystal. That's
Yes,
fine.
it's basically like a bank card, right? At certain shops, you can just pay with your card, with your crystal. That's how it
No,
works.
it is a magical crystal that has
No,
absolutely
it's a
no
bank
relation
card.
to any out-of-character things.
Fucking
How
bank
dare
card.
you insinuate that?
And
You
we have
swipe-
we have
swipe the
4.7
crystal.
We have 4.7k on that one, so
Okay. Let's jump to Lucas because I'm interested in his character.
yeah.
Yes.
Get to Nebo, dude.
Or I don't know. I think we would be heading for the patrician next. So whatever.
Alright.
Yeah.
Actually, it would be pretty far away. All right. So you make your ascent up the mountain towards Brother's Keep with a corpse rug on your shoulder, which, I mean, after a long spiral walk across the city, it's getting slightly heavy.
Trigo's a strong man.
It's really strong, man. He can handle it. So, how are you planning to get into the keep once again?
I got my rank.
That's definitely your part, Trigo. How we're gonna get in there is your thing.
Yeah, but
I think we can probably just do it like we did back in Neuraya Shrine. You leave a message at the entry, say who you are and why you're here, and
I think they
you
operate
wait 4
differently,
hours, and afterwards someone says you get 5 minutes of his time or something. Don't have any access to magic. Well,
I think he's,
Pip not here.
but I think he's still waiting on us since we broke to Silverlius's.
No, we talked to him the day after.
We talked to him after.
Yes. Do you remember the cat lady that almost threw you off the roofs?
And
the
kissed
proof
me.
was here. Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so, but we do have. First of all, he can now share Oko's identity after we did that, because he promised to do that. Second of all, he
No.
can. Why not? He said, once you do this for me, and we have enough evidence or whatever, here's Oko's identity, go nuts.
He
Exact words, I'm quoting word for word.
So out of character, what he told us last session was the identity of the two Connect men to Oko, the one in Frostwindur, if you remember, North Pass, so we didn't have the time to go there.
Right?
So that's the Connect he gave us, basically through the documents the cat found. We have an idea of where at least one of those people is and who we could hunt next, but
Was it?
we decided for your families, probably rightly so. So
Did we get the
that
name?
passes that.
Was it Veniver Grok, whatever? Was that him?
Frostwindur is the name of the
Who's the
city.
new player here?
That's where Amavane is from.
I suck at
Veniver.
notes.
Venivergrok.
Veniver
I think
Grok
that's
is the male green dragon that you killed.
Oh,
your note keeping skills are great.
male green dragon that we killed.
Amazing.
Got it.
Amazing.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Veniver Grok is the name of the venereal disease that Dragon has, starting now.
Okay. Can we please try and get to the patrician?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and work my non-existent charm.
So you show off your rank and ask for an audience with the patrician. You are requested to wait and receive even more curious looks from people and at your rug. You wait for about 10 minutes before a man wearing mostly black, bald, comes out to meet you. Mr. Melser? Mr. Arliss?
Of the 9. Yes.
Mr. of the Nine.
If you say so. I am Severus Perkison.
Nope, keeping. Do that.
I believe you have requested an audience with his lordship.
That is correct.
I am sorry to inform you that Lord Patrician is unavailable at this point, but any matter concerning your employee, you can address to me. I am aware of your situation and I will be able to provide you with most assistance that you require.
Okay, just to be safe here, so we're not talking to someone entirely out of his place. So since you're familiar with our position, can you kindly just recap it to us for safety reasons?
Cerberus what? Perkins? What was it?
Perkison.
Okay.
I'm sorry to be a bother, but the matters we are handling are pretty delicate, so it would
Of course.
be...
Follow me, please.
Oh, I'm great.
Can I also roll an insight check on what he said earlier?
Sure.
That he's involved, that he knows about, just in case. Probably should roll it, yeah. But, I tried.
So, like he's bald, which usually would imply him being rather old, but his face is smooth like a baby's, and about as devoid of emotion. Well, actually, he have a lot of emotion, so he is quite different from them. But yeah, he doesn't take you far away. Basically, like takes you out of earshot of guards or any workers passing through.
Mm-hmm.
Lord Patrician has informed me that you are undertaking a very sensitive mission to remove a certain OKO individual from the premises of our wonderful city, as well as all of the unpleasant and complicated things necessary to do in order to achieve that.
Excellent, you are quite caught up. Okay, so this rock here that Draco has, that person inside, used to be an assassin for whatever is left over for the Greys that work for Oko now and or Octavius in one way or another. So
You might have use for him. He's dead.
yeah, he's dead, but as Octavius has so kindly said, he's able to speak to dead people. So we figured Lord
Yeah.
Patrician might be at least as capable, and it can't hurt to deliver what's left over. We didn't kill him. If you look at him a little closer, you'll see that he had a fake tooth that contained some poison, which he swallowed on the road here before we could get rid of it.
I'm certain that our specialist will figure something out. You may leave the rug over here.
I put it down.
Is there anything else
Okay.
you would like to report on your mission?
We've been split for a while. We are to rendezvous on our way to.
So, nothing of that importance for the patrician. What is or might be of importance for the patrician is that he wasn't alone, so he came with like 3 to 4 other people, and they took hair from each of us, which I assume they also escaped. So if he knows of any magic that involves our body parts, we'd love some information on that as well. But other than that, I'm not entirely certain if there's anything particularly necessary.
Very well. I will inform Lord Patrician of these events that have befallen you. I'm certain that if there's anything of use, then you will hear from us.
Thank you very much. The only other thing you could inform him of is that 2 of our party will probably be absent from whatever mission we are to carry out for him for the foreseeable future, since they are looking after their family after the threats we've received.
That is most unfortunate.
Yes.
I'm certain the Patrician will share my sentiments. Do you need a suitable replacement to be prepared?
Does such
Out of
a thing
character again.
exist?
Yes, we need someone.
Does such a thing really exist?
They
We're
may
losing
not
2
have
friends here.
your dedication, but they're specialists in their own kind.
You can send some people our way if you think it would be prudent, but we'll decide on if we want to keep them around. If that makes any sense. We lost valuable party members, but more importantly, we are splitting with friends for a while.
I'm certain that is how it is.
But we're not averse to more firepower, so to speak.
Just keep it minimal. We are still best as a small. We operate best as a small group rather than a full unit.
There was no intent to provide you with the full army. Understand. I'll
Never
inquire
thought so.
and see if there are any individuals that are suitable to complement your skills.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Have a
And,
nice day.
So we go out again. We ride to.
No. It's midday, right?
It's, yeah, about midday.
Listen,
Maybe.
Draco.
We are still tired, but
Yes, one, I need a real night of sleep, for sure, and this is probably the safest place to take it. And for the other, since we are probably splitting for months at the piece with the utility Pipip and Salan provided us with, I would like to at least quickly go by the shop we visited when we last left. He had a couple of crystals that were decent or buyable, or I would have bought if Pipip hadn't been around who could already provide those things. So I think stocking up on some much needed utility would be good.
Yeah.
And I really want one night of sleep before we shred some horses again.
No one object to that. I won't even wake you up in the middle of the night like I used.
Oh no, that's a promise.
And we will
Yeah.
return to your shopping very soon. But let's see how Melora's vigil goes. So, you and Pipip have been standing by the tree for a while, waiting for your parents to return. You unpacked the chicken out of nothing better to do. Till you finally see your mother and your father walking back through the field. Your mother still saying something to your father, and while he heads back into his shed and slams the door behind him, the mother for a moment looks at the door, sighs, and heads towards you.
Is he alright?
He's being stubborn. He knows that he's wrong. Now he doesn't know how to say sorry.
Mom, it's okay. He doesn't have to.
No, he has to. Just because
I
he
know.
deserved it doesn't mean it was right.
Mom, it's fine. Aside from what I've caused you, have you and Dad been alright?
We've been alright. Your dad, he'll come up with something new once in a while and we'll get the money. Meanwhile, I do my own work and it's enough to keep us two fed. It's not much, but we're not complaining.
You both have been sleeping well, right?
Yes. As usual, I suppose. Why? Is something wrong?
Oh, it's kind of a long story. While I've been away, I've been traveling with some more friends. Oh, this is not easy to discuss. We've made some enemies, basically. That letter that you got, that was from me.
I knew it was from you. I knew it. But enemies, who would hate you?
I'm not even sure exactly who he is. I don't even know if the name we were given is a true name. But, they've threatened you and the rest of our friend's family.
Oh no. What does this mean? Are they coming? Are we in danger?
Yes, I hate to say it so bluntly, I don't know any other way to say it. You and Dad could be in danger. It's part of the reason I came back too. Not that I wasn't ever planning on never coming back. No, not at all. I wanted to make sure you guys were okay, and I wanted to bring you back to Nebo to try and keep you both safe.
So, you want us to leave our home? It's a lot.
You don't understand, Mom. This person can attack you in your sleep. He can do things to your dreams, hurt you when you're most vulnerable.
This is a lot to think about. How soon do we need to go? Where are we gonna go? We don't have any other place to stay. We don't have... Well, we have some savings, but you say Nebo. Nebo is an expensive place. We don't have that much money.
We have arrangements with somebody there that will keep you and Dad safe.
How long? Are you gonna leave again?
I have to. I have to help my friends, Mom.
Do you have to? You just came back.
She nods sadly and she's crying. I don't want to do this to you guys again, but I'm sorry. I need to help them. They've done so much to help me while we've traveled. I can't just leave them be. But I want to make sure you and Dad are okay. I don't... And she's just nervously...
It's okay. It's okay. She embraces you and starts calming you down. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, your dad always wanted to see the big city. Maybe he'll be excited.
Maybe.
Well, will you at least stay the night?
Of course. If that's all right with you, with my other friends stay as well. We do. I mean, it's going to be a long travel. Will Dad be okay with it?
Oh, well, I'm just gonna ask him. It's my home. And, well, it will be cramped, and I guess we'll have to mostly use straw. But we'll figure out for your friends. We'll figure something out.
She just continues to hug her mom. Thank you so much.
And he just holds you and strokes your hair. Shh, it's okay. It's okay. Okay. Let's swap locations once again. So, Trigo and Darles. I believe you were walking towards
And in the dancing bear.
The magic shop with the guy
Stop
who
it, Mike.
looks who has skin like charcoal. It's basically like not like an Ewok. What are they called? The ones in desert in Star Wars, little creatures.
Java.
Java. I basically imagine him like a Java.
No, he's not.
No?
Not
Okay.
quite, no. Just no. File. It's not. Right. So, as you are walking now, only the two of you at a much faster and brisker pace, You hear from behind. Mr. Mouser! Sir Arles! Wait! Wait!
I turn around.
You turn around, see. Wait! I was worried I'll miss you again. The redskin tiefling. I like bends. I'm not used to running.
I can barely tell. You're doing fine.
I heard you're in town again. I was worried you're gonna leave again.
Well, you're right about that part.
I needed to talk to you.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. This is a friend of mine, Leos. He's been teaching me a couple songs. You see, another man, young, 30-ish human, with a wonderfully trimmed goatee, black goatee, and a white trimmed hat with a feather in it, standing slightly behind. Sorry, Leos, I just a couple minutes. I need to talk to them. These are the friends I've been telling you about, the stories, the heroes. It's them. Just wait for a couple of minutes. Kind of like
I just not.
looks for a place, kind of like away from the crowd. Can we just like huddles into the alley? I don't want to sound paranoid, but are you in trouble? Did you get in trouble with somebody?
Always, yeah.
Somebody?
I don't know.
Have you been getting threats?
Not threats, but there have been people asking about you. I've been telling the stories as usual, and then the men came. They had these wide-brimmed hats and trench coats, and they started asking me where I learned the stories from. What are they about? Do I know those people? Are they here? I told that no, it's just stories, just fairy tales. It's not about anybody else. I'm just...
One moment. I'm gonna quickly take a second to cast See Invisibility.
Can like freezes.
You can move. He's just.
Oh.
He usually does this sometimes just to check if no one's listening.
Yeah, I'll take a look around to see if there's any eye following us right now. Just because now he's sort of...
Yeah, he looks
I'm just staring at the sky around me.
You won't see anything, but he can do this.
Oh. You do the same thing, no.
Okay, now we're all right. No one's spying magically.
Keep going.
Well, that's about it. They've been asking, can I try my best to say that no, I don't know you, and it's not even you. I know they believed. I've seen them walk around as other people. They asked, they've been in the half. Obviously, nobody can tell anything because there they almost kicked them out. I've seen them listen to my stories more.
What kind of... You gave us a very vague description. Did they seem at all like they could handle themselves? Like, what did it look like?
They look strong, like mercenaries, like private security. I don't know. They all wear the same coats, like leather to the ground.
Checo, that outfit sounded all familiar to you.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to ask. Do these coats resemble either the assassins or any kind of whatchamacallit? Are they part of the Greys? That's what I'm trying to ask.
Well, they definitely don't sound the same as assassins did.
But long trench coats. You said black, right?
How often has this been happening to you? Like every day or often?
Asking only once.
So if you would sort of set up somewhere tonight and tell a story, you think
Yeah.
they'd come by again?
Maybe, I don't know. I haven't
Where do you
seen
usually
them
tell these stories? In the seven
in the square, yeah.
in the square?
Wherever I get, whichever star I get. I mean, they haven't been around for the last couple of days. Actually, they haven't been around tomorrow. Don't know about today. Haven't done it today yet.
Are you
Are
Are
you
you
planning
planning
on
to?
doing it?
Yeah.
Well, because there's one thing, like, I'm sure it's a decent enough story to earn you some coin, and we're very grateful for you for telling it so beautifully and embellishing just the right parts as far as we heard. But it might be a little dangerous for you as well. Maybe next time they don't ask nicely, but they ask you as you're hanging upside down and they both have a mace in their hand. So you should probably be a little more careful about the stories you tell in this
Look, as long-
context.
As long as you keep denying that you know us, I think it's going to be fine. I mean, they don't know that.
If they believe him.
Kind of starts looking around, worrying like, oh crap, what if they see me right now?
Yeah, if they see you right now, then you'll have some trouble with it.
Look, just keep denying that you know us. Okay, you can keep
Okay.
on doing the stories to get the
Okay.
coin or whatever. Just deny that you know us. It's going to be fine.
Alright.
But
Are you
if you
leaving
plan,
today?
no, tomorrow morning at the first sunlight.
Alright.
But if you are planning on telling that story one more time today, let us know when and where, because I'd love to meet those people.
And also, I'd love to hear the stories. I think
Well,
kind of cool.
come after the sunset, that's when I start. I guess a little bit later if you want to hear the story, not the songs. The 7-star square, I guess I'm gonna be the same star as usual.
Which is
Dennet.
Dennett. Okay.
I mean, it's gonna be hard to miss me.
Good. We'll be
Yeah.
there.
I kind of like Trago starts like pointing at his. Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, we'll be there, but we won't be making any contact with you. That's
Oh, of course, I'm gonna pretend I don't know you.
probably better.
You missed the concert, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You haven't heard you haven't heard what happened yet, have you?
No.
No.
Uh,
But something
Why?
happened in the concert.
remember I told you about the strange people shouting about being chosen by the gods?
Yeah, I remember them. With the one-eyed god.
Yes,
Something like that?
yes, those ones. There was an accident during the concert. A man, I mean, I didn't see, I didn't have the money to actually attend,
Oh, fuck.
but
What?
Let me guess. He was sort of dead, but not really?
no.
Okay.
Shit, Arliss, don't threaten me like that.
If it happened in Kreuzung, it can happen here. And with the people going missing that he told us about last time, that seems rather plausible as well. Just saying.
Well, it happened at the beginning, and he started shouting about being chosen by the gods. Well, that's usual, and that only through their grace will they see salvation, and that in our unending service to the gods, do we reach life that we deserve to death.
This sounds like normal screaming that they usually do.
Normally, yes. And that's why people kind of let him do his thing, waiting for the guards. But then he poured oil over himself and set himself on fire. It kind of soiled the whole event.
Yeah, I imagine it would. Well, at least that's one more story for you to tell.
Well, it's not much of a story. It's just a very disturbing
Oh, I'm
occurrence.
sure you
but
can
still.
spin a tale with it, but
I wouldn't tell that just because
why would
it
they
might.
set themselves on fire for whatever?
Because they're fanatics.
Yeah, but they have to have a belief system that backs it up.
I don't know. Fire hurts, and I could do this.
Where
Oh
can
yeah,
we?
fire does hurt.
That's okay. Where can we find people like? I think he told us that there were multiple of these cult of the Eye of Gods people that sort of also
Yeah,
walk
but the problem
around
is
on
they
the
don't
square on the seventh blah 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 thing. I don't
Well,
remember
they
Nebo stuff.
usually hang around on weekends, on Sundays around the temple ring, as people go to visit the temples. They do their propaganda.
Out of
invite people to
character.
join
Yeah,
them.
but our character, you said they didn't have a license to build whatever, like temple, whatever they wanted.
Yeah, no, they are posturing outside of other people's temples.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Was
What day is it?
That's a good freaking question.
something of November.
Wait
Yeah,
a
the
moment.
2nd or 9th or something. But is it a Saturday, Sunday,
I'm gonna
maybe?
check in just a moment. 7th of November. Ah, it's Monday!
Mother bitch.
I hate Mondays.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
Well, maybe by the time we'll be back, it'll be a weekend.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. I'm gonna go that way, and you go that way.
What about your friend? You're leaving him behind.
I'm
Also-
gonna go that way, and you're gonna go that way.
Also, you might want to tell your friend that he also would like to deny that he knows us.
He doesn't
You-
know us.
We're make believe.
Right. I will. I'm gonna go.
Godspeed.
Just a moment. Yeah, well, he like runs off in the other direction, basically.
It's kind of weird being popular.
We're in for a fucking story here. I'm telling you, this town is gonna go to shit just as fast as Kreuzung did in
No.
at
No.
most a month. I guarantee it. We can't hear you.
Yeah.
I would just like to approach the two of them.
Oh, I think you missed Daniel. He went that way.
Yeah. Did he just leave you here?
It's cool. I know where it
Leon, was it?
Leos, but you can call me.
Leos.
You can call me Lee. It's cool. Hi.
Nice to meet you, Lee.
Nice to meet you too. He told me some fancy stories about you. Well, not specifically about you, but the way he told the stories, I had to assume that you two must be involved. Some crazy shit you guys did.
I don't know what he told you, but whatever he did tell you, I kind of lean in. It's totally true.
I lean in, give a big smile, and say, "I know."
And how would you know?
Because Dan told him. Oh wait.
No, it was in character. The question.
Yeah, I know.
I would like to take a look around if anyone seems to be watching us or listening. Eavesdropping.
Okay, perception check, I guess.
As he's sort of doing that, I'm just gonna comment on the fact that there's no invisible scrying sensor on us if you're looking for that.
Oh, okay.
There are no people either looking at you, for you.
Okay. We have a common enemy. Someone.
Out of character, how does this alleyway look like? Is it a two-way? Is it a dead end?
It's a two-way, basically. So, like, Daniel caught you on a street, dragged you into an alleyway, and it ends in another street. So you're like in the middle of the alleyway. It's very narrow, basically. Like the two of you can barely stand next to each other. And I mean, it's clean because Nebo has sewers, and there are some like maybe like crates or boxes here and there, and clotheslines above head.
What are you talking about?
Let's say he's a very dreamy guy.
I share a look with Arliss.
Don't know many dreamy people.
Well, maybe you know one of his friends, Victor Mesa.
I've
Come
heard
again?
that name before.
I'm not-
Did.
But Victor Messer is a friend of mine. Or I'd consider him that at least. So I'm
Well.
not sure a friend of Victor's is a common enemy.
Okay, let me rephrase. Your friend is dead in that case.
Oh, I know.
We
We've heard
know.
that one.
Yeah, and I saw him being dead. And our common enemy didn't like that I saw the body of Victor. And he abducted someone who's very close to me. So, since you intend on...
Quick, just 1 second.
Shit, I don't have it prepared.
So by friend of Victor Messer, you mean the person who employed him and filled his head with stupid ideas?
Yes.
Who gave him the means? Yeah,
Which
I
is
think
not.
we have a common enemy in that case. Yes?
Kind of lean towards Arliss and whisper, how do we know, like, they could have sent it for us?
Alright. Taco, do you remember that cool trick the king pulled on us back when he suspected us?
Yes, and I can do that tomorrow. That I looked for that, and I can do it tomorrow. We could. Okay, so I part from Arliss and like, you know what? Let's. This doesn't seem like a nice place to talk and discuss about stuff. So we were about to do some stuff, but maybe we can meet in the melting of No, okay.
Trego!
Maybe we can
If you
meet.
mention it one more time, I'm turning you into the fucking creature that was on me after that night.
Okay, fine. Not the melting of pus. Let's meet at the Dancing Bear because I think I'm still. Oh my.
Why? He can tag along.
No, I mean after we. Well, do we pull Arliss again back? Do we want him to tag along? See that we have all find the stuff. Then going and trying to look for the people who are asking questions about us.
Did you see what kind of clothes he wears?
More or less, kind of like yours.
Yes, that's my point.
That's no reason to trust. If that's a reason not to trust someone.
Be careful what you say, Trego. No,
while
that's an ex-
while they talk, I just take my flute out and just start playing because I get bored.
No, Trego, it's an excellent reason to trust someone. No
I-
one
I-
who's trying to be inconspicuous dresses like that.
Look, I trust you
It shows honesty of
despite
character.
your sense of fashion and your clothes. If he's got look, you know what? You know
All
what?
these months of friendship, Trego, and they're crumbling in front of
Look, listen. I'm saying it right now. Okay? We are not giving him money to buy clothes. Ever. Ever.
You guys know that you're not whispering anymore, right?
Oh, we know. Trego's just really bad at this.
Trust me, guys. Clothes won't be a problem. I have a certain repertoire of skills. And I casted disguise self, and I make myself an old lady with shabby clothes. As
See,
you
now
can
you-
see,
You-
it is
you-
not a problem for me
Now
to
you're
have
much
a
less
different
competitive.
appearance.
You might want to drop that really quickly. I think you're new to Nebo, and I think you might want to drop it really quickly.
Why would I drop it? I like pretending I'm an old lady.
Well, the city isn't quite as free as Aldana is, so here, if you cast magic that might be interpreted for something mischievous, that's original hunts.
I see. I should drop the act then. And I drop this guy's self.
Where are you from?
I'm from. Oh, sorry. I'm from. Around, not around, but from this kingdom. Kreuzung.
It's not this kingdom.
So you're
right?
from Aldana or from Kreuzung?
Aldana.
What? You're both. Kreuzung is in Aldana.
Yeah,
We're
that's my
in Nebo,
point.
which is a different. Okay. Geography, people.
I just start playing the flute again.
Listen, he's a little mistrusting. How about we actually meet up in the Dancing Bear in a couple of hours?
Sure. If there's anything I can do to earn your trust, let me know.
Oh, we'll be doing that tomorrow morning. But, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, you see, we have this situation where this common enemy you mentioned might also be currently hunting us actively. And so
Oh, you see.
we're sort of suspicious of anyone who approaches us out of the blue because he or she might be associated with him. So
Well, I'm not him or working for him. If that's
yeah, we'll
what you were.
look at that in the morning. I hope you don't mind magic that makes people speak the truth.
Nope.
Good. Then we'll see that in the morning. But like he said, we'll be at the Dancing Bear in a couple of hours.
All right. We'll head out and look for the dancing bear.
Well, I guess this would be actually a very good point to take a break